It is our intention to help chart a new path forward for our city's approach to public safety.
And we get fly-by-night salesmen want to sell us a piece of Brooklyn Bridge. No pun intended, but that's what it feels like.
The mayor outlining a new take on the justice system here in Indianapolis, but one former IMPD sergeant questions if it will bring about real change here in the city. The mayor today ordering an independent review of police actions during recent protests and riots in downtown, as well as a full review that could completely alter policing in the city. Good evening, everyone. I'm Phil Sanchez.
And I'm Kylie Conway. A video we have to show you. It was shot by our own Richard Essex. Here it is. It's been seen around the world. It was taken on May 31st, just 30 minutes after the countywide curfew went into effect. In it, you see some police officers shooting a 21-year-old Indianapolis woman with rubber bullets. Here you see the mounted police and some traffic downtown. Here's the video we're talking about. Then they were beating her with riot batons. This incident and other police interactions during the protests are the driving force behind Mayor Hogsетт's decision. The city is also partnering with former New Jersey Attorney General and current New York University law professor Ann Milgram. The goal is to focus on prevention over enforcement.
There's so much happening in the community that we have to both figure out how to look at what's been happening with the protests, with the police shootings, and then separately start this conversation about the criminal justice system as a whole, and really how can we re-envision it.
Mayor Hogsett has not announced who will serve on the new police review committee or when the committee is scheduled to meet.
And new tonight, a retired IMPD sergeant voicing doubts on the mayor's plan. News 8's DEMIE Johnson spoke to Chris Wilburn tonight. And DEMIE, he thinks city leaders are looking for solutions in all the wrong places.
Yeah, Chris Wilburn tells me he wants the mayor's approach to work, but right now he just isn't sure it will.
The culture within IMPD needs to be radically changed. It absolutely does.
It's a statement retired IMPD Sergeant Chris Wilburn is no longer afraid to make.
I valiantly will stand up and say that unapologetically. There was a time I couldn't, but now I am.
In Wilburn's nearly 15 years with IMPD, he's seen several policy changes, but he fears right now words on paper may not be enough.
Our policies are thick, and we can tell you that. Our policy, that's the first place we go, right? Those are outstanding, beautiful documents, but there has no life. There's been no breath breathed into them.
Wilburn tells me he likes focusing on prevention, but doubts the Camden model will work in Indianapolis.
We bring someone from way in New York City. If that doesn't make you itch, then you have to say like, whoa, okay, who have you talked? I guess we've talked to everybody here and nobody can do it but them. You know, if that's the case, then I will accept that. I will take my medicine and I'll apologize. But I don't think that that's true. I've sat in those meetings.
Instead, Wilburn thinks the city should give people who live in Indianapolis a seat at the table. He also believes there's an opportunity to use the current police budget to create new positions instead of new policies.
Stop hoarding the power and give it back to who it belongs to.
And now that he no longer wears the badge, he sees the issues with clearer eyes.
And it belongs to you, it belongs to me, it belongs to that gentleman behind the camera. That's who that police department belongs to. And by golly, we need to make sure that they know that.
Chris Wilburn tells me now that he has the platform, he will continue to speak on this topic. He's even created a hashtag on his own social media pages called #DoTruth. In Indianapolis, I'm DEMIE Johnson for Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.